What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for being part of this. You are appreciated. I see we are growing. We are being more and more and more and more involved, more engaged. Thank you for the comments. I see them coming. I'm reading each and one of them. Very interesting insight from you guys. Like I said earlier, it's not about me speaking to you. It's about us coming together and sharing our thoughts so we can move further. Okay, so today we have a very interesting speech by Julius Malema. Julius Malema of South Africa, very strong figure of freedom. He used to be with the ANC, the political party of Nelson Mandela, until he felt that he wasn't going in accordance with his thoughts and beliefs anymore and his values. So he decided to create the EFF, which is a brand new political party that's very, very strong right now in South Africa, embedded with a lot of young men, young women coming together for financial freedom. So Malema had things to say about Israel and Palestine. We know Israel is going through some stuff with Palestine. They're fighting each other right now. It's a long story. We're going to listen to Malema and make a comment. Let's go.
They have occupied Palestine, and we who know what is occupation should have an appreciation of what the Palestinians are going through. We know when they call an organization a terrorist organization, what do they mean? Because even this ANC was called a terrorist organization when it was fighting for its own people. Nelson Mandela was called a terrorist himself for fighting for his own people. The Palestinians are fighting for self-determination. They want their land back from the occupiers. So we cannot fold our arms and pretend that we don't see what's happening in Palestine. If there is no peace in Palestine, there won't be peace the whole world amongst those who love peace. No any part of the world must be characterized by war. You can't bomb a hospital because you say there is Hamas in a hospital. You have to find other ways to get to Hamas without bombing a hospital or a refugee camp. It's not called a refugee camp for nothing. That's why we took them to ICJ. That's why we support that decision. Because once you start bombing UN staff members, bombing refugee camps, you are violating international law. The ANC that pretends to care about Muslims is the one that must implement that decision. They are not implementing it. The support of the ANC for struggle of Palestine is pretentious, it's not genuine. I saw Ramaphosa on Eid going kneeling there, going, look at this one. He's pretending like he cares about our people. You care about the Muslims of South Africa, it means you must care for the Palestinians. Brazil removed the Israeli embassy. Brazil. There is another Arab state recently, I don't know if it's UAE or what. They too cut the diplomatic relations. Yes. So what we're saying is international solidarity is important. We benefited from international solidarity. There were big marches, big boycotts in London, in USA, in Washington, for the release of Nelson Mandela. They don't know. We were born, Mandela was already in prison. We came to join the struggle for his release without knowing his face. That's what the international community did. That we don't care whether we know his face or not. But he's violated because he's standing for the rights of his people. You go and ask for help. You need more power stations. You go to China, you go to Russia, you go to India, you go to anywhere where there are progressive forces and not exploiters, and say to them, come and build a power station in South Africa, your own power station. We don't want money from you, nothing. But you will own it for 30 years. After 30 years, you hand it over to us. They called it build it and operate it. And transfer. So, build it. Imagine if we had allowed the Chinese or any other one with capacity to build a power station under BOT in 1994. That power station was going to be handed over to us this year and we'll be owning it. Why should you have a problem of electricity in South Africa when there is so much solution, yet your exploiters are saying close down your coal, close down the coal, destroy coal power stations? After saying that, they place an order for coal. You don't use it, but bring it here, I'll use it. And then we allow such stupidity. They even give us money. They buy us to get into trouble. How do I destroy a coal power station of 1,000 megawatts if there is no alternative 1,000 megawatts? I will destroy, I want green energy. I will destroy these coal power stations. If you say I destroy this one of 1,000 megawatts, give me 1,000 megawatts of clean energy. I must destroy my power stations because I want wind energy. When do I know wind is coming? Because it can be so windy now. And before you know it, it's like there was never a wind here. But coal, I know it's here. We have done our research. This mine of coal is going to take us so many years. It allows proper planning. So, introduction of the clean green energy should not be the destruction of our own base. We need to have our base so that we build from the base. How do you say there is a place in South Africa where you can travel for 100 kilometers on a gravel road? Government doesn't have money. But there are men and women here who have money. There is Robert Gumede. There is Patrice Motsepe. There should be many other Indians with money. You say to them, come and bid here to build a road on BOT. Build that road and put a toll gate. Not this thing they were putting here of e-tolls. And our people are going to pay for using that road because our people don't want free things. They want development and they will pay for it. You build it, you operate it, you transfer it back to us. After you made your money and you made your profit, that road will never expire because it's a quality road. So why must we be worried? So, when we say we want to own the land, we don't mean we're going to take these beautiful houses of Lanesia from you. We mean the state is the custodian of the land. Let me tell you this. The state is the custodian of water. This water you drink, it is owned by the state. It gets provided to you by the state. But you never opened your tap one day and felt less ownership of that water. That's why you even call it my water. My water. But if we say, show us the paper of ownership of this water, you don't have it. So why do you say, no, if the state owns this thing, we're going to feel less? No, the land is ours. The property on top of the land, it's yours. We want to collect all of this land so that the unutilized land must be given to those who will use it. There are people who have 100 hectares. One individual, 100, is a very successful farmer on 10 hectares. It has been like that for many years. He has never expanded beyond 10 hectares, but he's got 100. So many of you have got ideas on how you can do farming, but the most expensive thing is the land. So we take the land. No one gets moved from where they're staying. No factory gets moved. Nothing. They are yours. Then we look at where the land is not being used. We'll come to you as an owner. Okay, what is the plan here? No, I'm fine here. What? Okay, let's take this one. Allocate it to others. Before you know it, there are 5 farmers. Each have got their own portion in a land that used to be owned by one. If many people flourish, we all flourish. But if it's one individual that gets to be celebrated for being rich in Lanesia and the rest of others are poor, there shouldn't be these informal settlements that we're talking about. We should have identified land and then allocate it to our people in such a way that they settle like human beings and not sardines. There is no dignity. There's no dignity in how our people are settled. In Alexandra, if you go to Alexandra, you'll be shocked. The situation is so bad. And there is a piece of land just next to Alexandra, owned by Wits University. What are the plans with that land? When Dalimpofu was at Wits, they were owning that empty land. He left. His son, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, went. Wits was still owning that land. Did nothing on it. He left. Now, Mbuyiseni's son, Ratana Malema, will go to Wits. The land is still owned by Wits. Nothing is being done on that land. Yet next to it, people are staying like sardines. And don't talk about it because you are going to scare the investors. We must allow our people to stay in that situation, in squalor, because some investor is going to be offended. You know, had we given our people free education in 1994, we were not going to need free houses or social grants. Comrade Carl, 1994 should have been about free education. Rich or poor, every child must go to school and be educated. So, today, we talk about increasing social grants, rightfully so, because there are no jobs and there is poverty. But there is no poverty in education. If you look at there are unemployed graduates. I'm not disputing that. But if you look at amongst the percentage amongst the graduates, it's very low of unemployment, which is a scientific confirmation that education is a weapon against poverty. Now they don't give us education. They give us RDP houses to keep us in poverty and illiterate because they love them uneducated. Educated people are going to challenge us. They will not vote for us. We want them suffering so that when they speak, we give them a t-shirt. When they speak, we give them food parcel. When they speak, we give them RDP. It looks like they speak a lot. We create jobs and call them mapanya-panya, what? Fake jobs of panyaza. But our people, had they been given house and free education, then they will be buying their beautiful houses now. That's why EFF insists on education.
Let me know how you feel about this. What is your take on this? Thank you very much for your input. It was a great pleasure to read from you. And I hope to talk to you again very soon in the next video. God bless.